How's it going, everyone? Mad Spartan here, and today I'm bringing you the brand new season of Marvel Contest of Champions. I believe it's season 45, and it is going to be a very interesting season. I have no Titania, and I also will have no Quicksilver for the entire season, so we are forced to use Sandman, which isn't a bad thing, just I don't have very much luck with him, but I did practice with him in the off-season, so I can say I've gotten a little bit better with him. And I also am using Spider-Man 2099 as my buff immune champ, which definitely comes in handy. By the time I'm voiceovering this, I am in the second war, so I am a little late, but it's okay because I'm going to catch up on everything, so no worries. First up, we do have a Doom. I was a little nervous about the Doom. I was going to specifically bring Sandman for this fight, but I just thought I might as well try to take it with Spidey and just take my time with it because it's not worth it to just bring one champ for it. He is ascended, so definitely I'm going to take it slow here. As you guys can see, I am using the Captain America relic with him. I kind of just threw a relic on him just because it extends the combo and it's overall really good. Now, with this specific fight, I was going to use Sandman, but only because of the fact that he's not immune to the dexterity buff. So Mystic Dispersion would be a little bit harder to control. Not too much, but it would just be something else I have to look for. So I just went straight with a buff immune. Don't have to worry about it. Only banning SP1s. I do dex the SP2, but if I don't, I pretty much lose my whole character. So I will not be doing that. But as I was saying before, I am running the World War II Cat Relic with him because it does increase his block proficiency, which obviously there is much better relics to be running with him, but I do feel very comfortable with that relic because I do think so that Spider-Man's block proficiency is actually pretty low. So I do like to have the relic to kind of bump it up in case I do have to end up blocking specials. Now this war, I gotta tell you guys in advance, it is a pretty short war. I only have 5 fights, but I promise you, it's only because it's the first war of the season. I was not needed for too many fights. We do have an amazing battle group of people, so, you know, it's kind of hard to come by fights now. And as you can see, I'm just building up the ruptures, just letting them burst. I do have him to, like, sig, like, 110, I believe. I've been trying to get him up. The ruptures have about a 51% chance to not go away when they burst, so it is pretty good. It's literally cut in half. And next up, we do have a Mojo, which with the buff immune is nothing. I'm going to top off at 100% because the last thing I want to do is die the first war of the season. So I will be taking all precautions. I'm super excited to be back. Took a little break, but I was practicing a lot in off-season, trying to figure out who to use. I ended up landing on Sandman and Spider-Man. Those will be the two champs that I use pretty much all season. I know a lot of you Sandman fanatics are excited about that, and I have to say I'm pretty excited. I guess learning from my mistakes from last season and the off-season itself, I can say I'm pretty comfortable with him now. I do feel more comfortable to throw him at other fights other than just the aggressive regen. And as you can see here, I do get a little cheeky here. I try to hit his SP1 with my heavy, so I was a little upset about that. I do try to redeem myself later in the fight, so don't worry about that. We did successfully get our Wither, so pretty much game over, especially since Mojo's a global. It's pretty much just an infinitely paused Wither. Literally, as you can see, the exhaustion is just not going away. Everything stays paused. Don't have to worry about it. I do the SP1 to build up a little bit more debuffs, and then I'm pretty much just going to be trying to nail into his block to build up the ruptures, while also banning the SP1, because I didn't really feel like dexing the SP2. If I can avoid it, I'd prefer to, because it's just not worth it to me. So pretty much just nailing into him. If he does happen to complete a prompt, I'm not too worried about it because with the Wither and the exhaustions, it pretty much reverses it completely. So I'm not worried about it. Do a 5-hit combo into an SP1, and just like that, Mojo is down. So I'm feeling hot. The new season, I am killing it right now. I'm excited. This is the deathless season. I'm not promising that, but I'm feeling good for it. Now, I did have a null on this path, and that kind of got me a little worried because I didn't feel comfortable with anyone other than Wiccan with it, but I didn't have room for Wiccan, obviously. And as you can see, I do have a Void on EMP, so overall, it was a pretty tough path. So I did bring Archangel for those 2 fights. I don't like using Archangel. I just feel like he's such an RNG champ, and I feel like I get screwed over a lot from RNG. So as you can see there, not a single bleed on that heavy. I was so mad, and it only gets worse when I use him against the Void. So we got a few neurotoxins, which is good. The only problem is Null has a huge resistance to bleed. I believe it's a 60% chance, 60% resistance to bleed, but he only has about a I think it's like a 15% resistance to poison. It's not too high. So the main damage is going to be from the neurotoxins building up. So as you can see, I do block this SP2 to get as many poisons as possible. I don't get too many of them, so I'm a little worried about that. I do always do the reparry at a chance to get at the most 2 poisons, which definitely helps with the damage. And as you can see, he is a rank 5 Sig 200 Ascended, and mine's only a rank 3. And it's taken a long time to beat him. Obviously, it has a lot to do with my Archangel being rank 3. But still, I just think it's ridiculous that I'm not... he's just tanking all these hits. So I do accidentally get to an SP3, which isn't a big deal. If any of you know Archangel, his SP3 does give you a full neurotoxin and also stuns them for a long time. So I do get to use that stun to get some of the bleeds on my basic attacks to gain more neurotoxins. I didn't want to do a heavy because I didn't want to give him too much power. And as you can see, we are very comfortable. Very comfortable. I am not worried about it. We didn't throw too many specials, so the Living Darkness passive isn't stopping our power gain. So just like that, he is done. Very stressful fight, though. But nothing is as stressful as this upcoming fight. I was so nervous about this fight. I was trying to figure out who to use. I was aiming towards... hold on. I was aiming towards Spider-Man 2099 because he's buff immune. At that point, all I'd have to worry about is fighting Void, which isn't a problem to me. But for some reason in my dumb head, I wanted to use Archangel for it, which works, but doesn't work. I don't like Archangel. I don't like the RNG. It is very stressful. And you guys are going to see right here that I lose like 10 years of my life playing this. So I'm building up my bleeds. No poison on that block. No poison on that block. I'm backed into the corner right now. And now he threw the SP1, so now I'm shocking. I have his debuff on me, and in my head I'm like, all right, it's over. So I get one poison, so which converts to 2 neurotoxins, which is good. We did purify the debuff, so I'm on 46% health here. I have to gain neurotoxins before he does that. Good thing Void is very SP2 happy. We didn't get any EMP charges with that, so just like that, we get another two neurotoxins. So it is okay. We throw the SP1 to gain some poisons. And he's going to throw this special, and we didn't get any shocks, but I am a little worried about his debuffs. Even with the reduced ability accuracy, they could slip through, and if they do, I am ticking for like 600. So I do pop this relic here to gain a guaranteed heavy. That's also why I like the relic on it. You are supposed to run the Mr. Sinister relic, but I don't have it. So, you know, we got to deal with what we have over here. So I pretty much just go for it here. Throw the SP2, hoping that he dies, and just like that lucky crit at the end, he is done. So I am excited about that. I do mess up the recording a little bit over here, but don't worry too much about that. And my last fight, which I was already like heated up from the Void fight, was a very simple Sauron fight with Idum. It is nothing. It inflicts Incinerate and Shock. He's immune to both of those as long as he keeps his armor. There's nothing in this fight that's going to take away my armor, so I am okay. And every time he builds more than 1 prowess at a time, I am going to be gaining energy vulnerabilities on him. So just like that, when I throw the heavy, I have 2, which, you know, they're going to stack as the game goes on. And pretty much my SP2 is going to hit for like 1 million. Just got to dex the SP1. I don't have a problem with that. So there's really nothing. The only thing I have to watch out for is the unblockable. But to be honest, Sauron is such an easy champ. It doesn't really matter too much. Do the heavy into the SP2. And you can see a lot of his health go away. And it has a lot to do with those 11 energy vulnerabilities. Each one, I think, reduces his energy resistance by 986 or something like that. So, you know, have 13 of those, and that SP2 is going to be hitting for really hard. You can also play Idum with the SP3, but for a short fight like this, I like to just kind of build to the SP2. If he even lands to the, if he even lasts to the SP2, and just like that, he is done. My war was finished. It was a couple of stressful fights. I don't like Archangel. PSA: don't use Archangel. He is horrible for this road. It's not good. It's too much chance. But overall, that's my first war. It's not looking bad. We do end up winning this war, which is a big thing for us. I think we end up winning 15-9. So we definitely still have to clean it up. 9 is not anywhere master level. But it was enough to beat these guys. You know, GG's to these guys. But we do have to keep moving forward, and we have to make sure that we improve. I can guarantee that the next war, which I'm currently in right now, is a little bit harder than this one. But overall, you know, everyone's really pumped to be back. You know, we're really pushing for that master grind again, as usual. And you guys are going to be seeing a lot of Sandman, which I'm sure you're excited for. But overall, I'm excited to be back. I hope you guys are excited to watch more of my videos. I'm gaining so many subscribers from this game alone. So I'm very thankful to all of you, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.